So, hello everybody, welcome to the second day of Bootcamp. As we discussed yesterday, we have made a lazy column. Through lazy column, we have just made a UI, and today we are going to make a onboarding screen. Mm, So let me share my screen. So it is our Compose camera. Let's wait for a few minutes. It may take time to load. Okay, so yesterday we had made this type of layout using lazy column. It's basically printing hello till 1000 times. Today we are going to make onboarding screen. So what does onboarding? It's basically a welcome screen. So you can whenever a user opens the app first time, welcome message will be displayed to him. So let's create a welcome screen. I will be naming it as a onboard onboarding screen. So before going forward, I just want to know just if you need any revision or just you want to brief discussion what we did yesterday. Anyone want any revision for yesterday's sessions? If anyone are new today, they are joining at second day, I can just explain the topics of what we discussed in the first bootcamp. Okay, I will just summarize it. Okay. So I will just summarize it what we have did yesterday. So yesterday we had done a basic. This is we are developing with the help of Kotlin. So first we should know a little bit of basic syntax. So syntax basically means set of rules you should be followed before coding in any languages. So let's get into it. So this is a hello world. So yesterday, as I told you, every function will start from main. The main inside the main function, whatever things we have written, it should be inside a main function to get executed. So here is it is a hello world. I will just go through the playground. This is a playground for it. If I need to print hello world, so you just pass in the double quotes your message or hello everyone you can tell, and you just run it. So as you can see, it is printing hello everyone. Moving forward, uh, using functions. Functions are basically object oriented concepts. It's basically a set of tasks you can give to a computer and it will just give it you the result. So here basically addition is there, addition or sum you can tell. Here we are printing addition of two numbers. It's basically as you can see, functions are used to make our way minimalistic. If we code everything inside the main function, it will be a very congested, and in future if you want to make any changes, it will be very tough to update the changes. So just here I can see add function I have did with a variable here. Just let me explain variable what it is. Here we are using a as a variable and b as a integer value. I will just explain it what is mean by variable and what is int. So here a and b are the variable names, and variable are nothing but just a containers you can assume, or just a container or a container or place where you can store your values. It's basically, if you compare it in real world example, as you can see, your mom used to go in kitchen and used to store different ingredients in different containers. uh, so as you can see, if you want to store sugar, you will be storing sugar in different container and oil in a different container. So like that way, to store different value in different containers, we are using that is data types. It can be integer value or decimal value. For decimal we are using double or float, and like that. If there are some other things, strings is basically collection of characters, and as wherever we have to access a variable, you should declare it. You should tell to the Kotlin that you are going to use a variable. So declaration is like this way. I will just show you. Where is a keyword. You are declaring where is a keyword to declare a variable, and after that you just include a name. You can take as a or anything as you are convenient. Here I am taking a, and you can assign value it to as integer, and you can tell the value as as you desired. I am assigning here 20. Similarly, you can assign a variable c or s with a string value. String is equal to hello. So you can pass the string value in the print function, and I'm just passing the variable and printing the number a. Just remove this. Wait a minute. Oh, so together it can be print because there are different data types. Uh, just wait a minute. Because I'm accessing before the declaration, so it's error. You should access. I'm accessing because the thing here which I am accessing here print. It is all. It's not declared, so that's why it's giving me error. I should declare here. It is print s. So as you can see, it's hello. And if you want to print a value, similarly you can pass print a. So you want to use, if you want to give on another line to print, you use ln. So it's ln is basically new line. Wait a minute. Ln, both should be printed on new line. So as you can see, a string value is printed on hello, and that is 20 is printed on another line. And moving forward, little advanced concept. This is function. It's a oops concept. Function is basically it's collection of data members. Data members are basically a variables through which the operations are being performed. So if I want to add two numbers which I have passed in the function a and b, the two variables, if I want to add the two variables, I can use as a plus b, and here I can print it. Print ln. Should call the function that is add, and I'm passing the two variables a and b value. So you can give as any value if you want. Here I'm giving 10 and 40. So as you can see, the addition of two numbers are for 10 and 40 is 50. So I hope you got basic concept, that is function and variables. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, moving forward. Same thing what I told, the variables here I have declared. It can be of it can be of type integer, double, float, or string, and you can name it as anything you want as variable. So the syntax is var. It's a keyword. You can use var, then afterwards the name of variable name, then equal to the value you want to provide it to the variable. So as you can see, what is comments are basically the things you want to tell in the code. As I have used double backslash to indicate that the things which I am writing, it will be ignored by the compiler so that the Kotlin code will not execute this type of instructions. These are basically used to the programmer should understand what the things are going on. So for his reference, he used to add the comments, and basically comments can be of double backslash. If you add double backslash, it can be a single line comment. If you want multi-line comment, just as asterisk, asterisk and backslash. So just a minute. uh, so you can write anything for multi-line comment. And same as here are the important topics. Now as you learn the basic syntax and concepts like addition functions, and now you need to know condition statements. So you know what is condition means. Basically depends upon condition, program statement or flow will be happening. Means I will show you uh, using conditional statement. Conditional statement are of three types. One is if statement, if else. Another is loops, maybe majorly used for loops, and another is break. Using this you can customize your program as you want, depends upon the condition. Now just I'm taking a function as age, sorry, I'm taking a function as vote. In that I'm taking a function called age, variable as age, with the value integer int. So wait a minute. Here I need to see if the person age is greater than 18, he is eligible to vote. So I want to print, I want to see the function, it should react in a such a way that if the value of age is greater than 18, it should print a value that the you are eligible to vote. If it is less than 18, it should print you are not eligible to vote. So I am using if else statement. If age is greater, so as a greater symbol I have used, greater than 18 with curly brackets. Curly brackets basically means after the inside the statement should be executed. It's a defining constant. Whatever things you are writing inside the curly brackets, it should be executed. So here I am writing print ln you are eligible to vote. Else, if the age is not greater than 18, we should print you are not eligible to you are not eligible to vote. So basically the syntax for if statement is if is a keyword and else is a keyword. We should include it, and inside it it contains a condition. As you can see, the age is a variable we are getting through the function, and it is comparing with the value 18. So this value comparing will give us a value in the form of boolean. Boolean, you know, here boolean is a new concept. Boolean is basically storing a value in the form of true or false. Boolean value, it can be true or false. So here if the value is true, in the if statement, if the value is true, it will be executed, downside print statement will be executed. If the value is false, else statement will be get executed. So let's see, println, the function name we should see, the same thing we should pass it, that is vote. Inside it, suppose I am passing 20, and let's see if it runs. So if, as you can see, the age is 20, and as you know, if the age is greater than 18, you are eligible to vote. So it's printing the same thing, you are eligible to vote. And if I pass value below than 15, below than 18, I am passing as 15. So let's see what will happen. So as you can see here, the value of age will come through the vote. Inside the vote I am passing 15. So here age value will be become 15, and here it will get compared. Is age value is greater than 18? That is 15 is greater than 18. It's false. So it will go to else statement, and it will print the you are not eligible to vote. You can print like inside the else statement you can add any statement if you want. It's just for condition statement, as you can get a brief idea what condition statement is. Now moving forward, for loops. For loops are basically used for to execute a repetitive task. Suppose I told you to print hello world 5 times, 10 times. So you cannot just write print hello world 5 times like this. You can write it, but it's repeating same syntax, same thing 5 more times or 10 more times. What if I told you to print hello world for 50 times? So for that we are using for loops to execute a repetitive task. So this was all about if else. Now I am going to explain about for loop. So till now, did everyone followed what I explained you? Like everyone are getting it? So I hope I everyone got to know what I am teaching. So let's move to for loops. For loops, the syntax is like this way for loops, as you can see. In this, we have taken a variable called items, or you can take any variable. In that we are passing a list. List is basically a collection of strings. So here they are passing as apple, banana, kiwi, fruit, and in that this is the syntax for loops. And after the for loops, we are checking item. It's a variable. You can put anything if you want. It's checking in the items list. The same it is recursive, like it's executing one by one repetitively, and it's printing the item. It present in the items list. So first apple will be printed, then banana will be printed, then kiwi fruit will be printed. So let's see it here. uh, I want to print function, that is for loop. For loops, here I am taking items. You can take anything, like I in the items. I'm assigning a variable I in the list. List is basically a collection of characters. In that I'm taking a banana, kiwi fruit, apple. You can change if you want. You can add mango, and here this is the syntax for it, for loop syntax. So basically, just for is a keyword. I is a variable which we are taking here. I in is a keyword which is used in the for loops. Then items. So afterwards curly bracket, and here you can println I. So let's see if what output we'll get in the main function. We are calling the for loop, the same function which we have used here, for loops. Let's run it. Okay, wait a minute. Let's run in the main program. So in the main program I have run the same list, that is valuable val. I have assigned the items, and same the list of bananas, fruits and everything, and I have printed using the for loops. This was all about the conditional statement. Moving forward, Before,
Eunice, just a
before,
minute.
okay,
So guys, the documentation and also the playground link has been shared in the chat section. So we recommend you practice along with Eunice so that you can understand the concepts. Because if you're only going to see, you won't understand programming. So the more you try it, the more you'll understand. So the links have been sent. So kindly, practice with him. And if you have any error, if you don't understand something, you can put it in the chat section, and Eunice or one of the moderators will help you.
okay. So
Can
yesterday
someone
we,
acknowledge?
so I think everyone followed till here what I have explained, and the links of these websites I have been shared in the chat box, as you can go through it and you can learn it. And yesterday we have made an app. I will just show you. Yesterday we had made an app that is using Jetpack Compose. First, here I have made an functions. What I told you, function that is greeting. It just greets that is hello. The greetings is hello. So I'm greeting hello to every hello, hello, hello. It's been printing every time. So here is the code for it. It is greetings. So this is the greetings. So in this, I'm passing a list. List basically collection of strings. What I have told you in the previous session. Uh, in that, I'm passing a thousand. That is the size of the list. So that thousand, it will be printing thousand every time. And in that, I'm putting a lazy column. Lazy column basically means I want everything to be aligned in the form of columns. So hello 0, hello 1, hello 2, it should be printed in the form of columns. So I'm using a lazy column. This is a keyword. In that I'm adding a padding, that is 4 dp. And afterwards I'm checking the items. That is, item is a keyword used in the lazy column. And in that I'm checking if item is equal to names. If it is equal, means it's present in the, if it is present in the list, you just print out, that is greetings. In that greetings function I'm just printing out the content. And here, as you can see, this is a card view. What does card view means? So the word, if when I told you card, what just basically it will come to your mind is like the debit card or any card. So if card, what it contains a string. Basically it contain a name, it contain a number, and basically it contain a collection of various names and numbers. So card is same here in the Android in Jetpack Compose. Same, we are we are just merging both, that is alpha, that is collection of strings, and then integer value. And we are going to print here, that is hello, and that is name we are getting as in the form of numbers. So that's it. And here we are printing it in the form of column. So if I run this, if you want to run the app, just go through it, run. Or if you are not able to see this option, you can just go here and you can see device manager. You can just create a device. Here you can see where there are various devices. So for my comfortable, you can use Pixel 4a or Pixel 3a. For my personal, I am using a Pixel 4a. You just click it and the clone device if you do, or next if you click, your device will be ready. So I'm using a virtual device. So let's see in action our the design what we have implemented, if it is running in the app. Let's wait for some time. It may take some time to build the app. Wait, I have to run at Pixel 4. I will just close it. So till now, did everyone follow up? If you have any doubt, you can just ask me. I can clarify your doubts. So as you can see, the device is on. It's Gradle building. Means basically the app is it's building in the form of APK. all the code is transferring in the form of small packets, and it will be generated in the form of APK that will be installed in this device. It's installing. Wait a minute. So yeah, here as you can see, whatever the design we have seen here, it's been same implemented in the Android device. As you can see, it's generating the numbers from 1 to 1000, and here we are generating with the help of lazy column. Here we have used a lazy column, and lazy column basically means arranging the data in the form of columns. You can arrange the data in the form of rows also if you choose. Now today we are going to before moving forward, if you have any doubt, you can just ask me. So today we are just going to make a onboarding screen, that is welcome screen, so that every time a user opens app, they can get what app actually the app is. So the example is here. Just a minute. So like this way you will get a welcome screen. If you it contains a text view. As you can see, it's contain if you analysis, there is a text view and there is a button. If I click on button, I'm getting to a new screen, that is previously what we built. So today we are going to learn about the welcome screen and how the both screens are connected. We are just going to show you how both things are connected. So I have shared the code in the group. If you can download the code, after that I'm just it is a continuation of that code. So here I'm declaring a function called onboarding. Here composable, as you can see, it's a keyword that it's like if you want to build a Jetpack Compose apps, you should include a composable, and that's downside you can add a function called I'm naming as a onboarding. Then let in that I'm going to code. Here I'm using a surface. Surface is basically a view in which it will it's like a elevated like what you can say, it's a elevated type of card where the items are aligned in the form of surface area. So I'm going to include in the form, I need a column. Basically I want to arrange all the data in the form of column. In that I'm modifying it. So I want the data should be filling the max size. So that's why I'm using a modifier will help to manipulate the data what user can see. So you can I want to fill at max size, means it should occupy full size, and I want to align the data in the center. So vertical alignment and use wait vertical arrangement, sorry, in it will come in the modifier. Just put a comma and put a dot, sorry, a comma. Wait a minute. Vertical alignment is equal to arrangement dot center, put a comma, and then horizontal alignment is equal to alignment dot center horizontal. You should just click it, then your content will be displayed as in the form of center. And here as you can see, we need a text that it will show us to on first. So you can just tell hello, or you can tell welcome to the Compose Camp. and we need a button. So this is a button. It's a text. It's same compose layout. It present already in the compose. In that we need a modifier. We just will implement the on click function later on. First we'll focus on the UI part. uh, Modifier is equal to, we need a padding, modifier dot padding is equal to, we need a vertical padding that is 24 dp. So here dp is basically a density pixel. As in real life you can see, to measure length of anything we used a unit called centimeter meters. Same thing to measure the pixels or to measure the size of the text. In Android Studio we are using a dp named as density pixels. So now you can align that, you can set the text as continue. The button will contain a text called continue, and here I will just now in that we have made our preview. Wait a minute, on click I should be included. On click, that is, I will be creating a variable called on continue. Means it will just see whether the user has pressed on the on continue variable or not. So for that we need a logic. For that I'm building the logic in my app. So in my app, it's you can, as you can see, set content. And it's calling a function called my app. In that my app, it's calling a function called greetings. So in greetings, there are two. Now we have to pass a onboarding function. So onboarding function we have to pass. So we have to call the onboarding function. So I'm just calling it the onboarding function. Here for onboarding, I'm declaring a variable called show onboarding. It just a boolean value. It will see if user has saw the onboarding screen or not. So I'm using onboarding where show onboard by remember savable. I will just tell you what it is. 1 minute. Mutable state. Wait a minute. There are some errors. Savable. Uh, huh. Mutable state of two. Uh, Remember savable. Just a minute. Wait, I just need to import it. Alt enter I will do. Wait a minute. Where show onboarding by remember uh, wait, I will just code it. If as you can see, we have used an if statement. So first we'll see if statement. First we'll call it if a variable called where show onboarding I will be equal to as false. Then later here if show onboarding If sorry, first we will assign it as a true, true. True. If it is true, we need onboarding screen to be showed. So onboarding function will call, that is here onboarding. Here on click, we are just passing on clicked. Wait a minute. Downside what we have used on continue. So on continue we are just passing the in the parenthesis on continue equal to, and the variable which we have used upside show onboarding, that only we are assigning it as a false. Means it went through the onboarding. Now we need to assign it as a false. Afterwards, otherwise, if it is false, we just print the greetings function, that is this one. So this was about greeting onboarding. Just a minute, there are some errors. On continue, cannot find an unresolved reference on continue. On click on continue. Uh, what is it saying? Cannot find parameter with this name on continue. Unresolved reference on continue. Okay, I have to pass a parameter in this, because it's I here I have declared as onboarding with a parameter in it, so I should include a parameter in the declaration. So here is a declaration of onboarding. I should include on continued. If it is clicked, then return nothing unit. And same thing, what is the on continued, I have did. Okay, so there is a typo. So one error resolved, two errors resolved. So let's see the till now, did everyone followed up till here? Did everyone got what I'm doing? So let's move forward. Just let's see if the app works. As you can see here, whatever the text we have mentioned, welcome to Compose Camp, it is showing here with a button called with a button in the text containing on continue. So here I have showed you making of this app. Now we need to connect both apps. So for connecting, I should there are some logic here, that is where here I should include as this as a unit, basically a compose unit, because it the things in the compose app, it contains in the form of states. State basically means the UI part. So I should see onboarding by remember savable. Did it even ask any question? Okay, no. So I have to import it. Alt enter. If you do, it will be imported with a mutable state. Mutable state of, first we should assign as true. Mm, Onboarding my remember state, remember savable, then mutable state true. Just a minute. Where show onboarding. Mm, Mutable state of two. Just a minute. Mutable state of, that is true. I guess now our app will work. uh, so here what problem was there, so I was not including mutable state of. So what is mutable state? Basically everything in the Jetpack Compose is every UI is a state basic. Wait, this is different type. So in this this is a state, that is a UI that we have did onboarding. This is a UI which is called as state in the Kotlin, and the state is it should be saved in the variable called show onboarding. So I have to declare explicitly as mutable state, so it cannot be changed afterwards. If I declared explicitly, then only it will be changing. So whenever the value is true, it will just show onboarding. After going in onboarding, I'm calling a variable same on. I'm calling the variable on continue. If means it basically on clicked. If I click here, what will be the action? On continued. So I'm passing the parameter on continue. What on continue is doing? It assigning the show onboarding as false. So whenever the it will become false, it will come out of the if statement. So as I showed you, if in the if statement, if the condition is false, it will go to greeting section. So that is the things in greeting section. As I told you, it's printing hello till 1 2000. It's the same kind of thing. So this is, if I continue and click, it will go to greeting session. Like this way you can see the UI, it's been displayed. So that was all about today. Today we have connected two screens, uh, which is onboarding screen, welcome screen, and after clicking to welcome screen, we are getting to a new screen with a new UI, that is card content. And that's it for today. If any of you have guys any doubt, you can just ask me. Okay, so the links will be shared. I think it. Okay, so I will just again brief a recap about it. What we have did it. So the code which I have did today is onboarding code. That is this code. This is the onboarding code. That is preview, which you can see. If you split it, you can just split, and you can see what is whatever the design you have. So I made a function, composable function with a keyword composable. In that I'm calling a function called onboarding. You can name it your own choice. Here I named as onboarding. Here I have passed on click. On click is basically a variable which will be later used. I will just tell you when it will be used. Surface is a UI, composable material UI. It basically combines text and different UIs together like a card view. uh, in that I want to arrange the data in the form of column. As you can see, this is arranged in the form of columns. This is first column, this is second column. So I want to arrange in the form of columns. So I have just told that all the content in the column should be filling with a max size. Max size means it should acquire as much as space possible for them. Then afterwards, after acquiring the max size, they should be aligned center and vertically center and horizontally center. Means it's been like this way, vertically center and horizontally center. And after that we need a text. We are passing a text value, that is welcome to compose camp. You can anything you can pass it in the text value. Afterwards we need a button. That button plays an important role because it connects to the next screen. So in that button I'm passing a modifier, just a padding I'm giving it with the modifier basically means if you want to change any if the data present in the text UI or button, if you want to change its UI, its typography, basically style, or any color, if you want to add a background color, you just can add with the help of with the modifier. And here we have used on click. On click is basically inbuilt function, means if the user press on click, what thing should be happen. So here we are using, as I told you, here on click function will be called. Afterwards I need a text for that button, so I, I mention as a continue. So what will happen if on continue, like if the user press on continue, function will be called. This is a type of function. It's basically a lambda function you can call. Basically a function with no arguments. It doesn't have any arguments, but whenever it call, it will perform a certain function. So the function is here. I have mentioned here. That is the UI which I made. Now I'm connecting the two screen, that is onboarding screen which I showed you here, this one, and the greeting screen, that is hello 0, hello 1, hello 2, hello 2, hello 3, like that way. We are connecting it by using a variable called show onboarding. It is just true false logic. As I told you, if statement, if the onboarding screen, that is a variable, if it is true, means already we are passing it as a true. And here the syntax, as you are seeing, what is remember mutable state. Remember means every point of application, means after 5 minutes of opening the application or 10 minutes, it should remember the state what it's been there. And mutable state means it cannot change until we user have specifically mentioned. So as we go into it, if statement, as I told you, in if statement, this is the syntax: if and else. Inside condition, it should be a condition such that it should return true or false value. So the here we are passing as a value, it is show onboarding. As we mentioned here, it is true, so true value will be mentioned here. So it will execute the below code, that is onboarding. It will call the onboarding function, that is this onboarding, and it will show the columns, like it will show the text view, buttons, everything it will shows. What if the user clicked on click, like if the user clicked on the button on click, on continue will be called. And here on continue, as you can see, it will just tell the Kotlin that this onboarding function which we have used as variable, it should be declared as false. Then what if, here statement will become false. As I told you, if statement is false, else statement will be executed. So greetings function will be called. In the greetings function, same thing, it's contain a list from 1 to 1000. It will print number from 0 1 to 1000 with a text called hello. This is the hello and this is the name, and they are wrapped in the card. That is card, as I told you, card in the real life, card contains a number, and the card, as you can see, a debit card, it contains who is owning the card, or the debit card number, pin, and everything. So we are wrapping in the form of card. Here the data is in the form of, we are passing as a card content. In that card content we are wrapping the data, that is uh, text, that is hello, and another text we are getting name, and we are little bit styling it. That is basically using a style, we are just changing the font size and the font weight. That is, it should be little bit extra bold to see. uh, so as you run it, the app, I think here is the app, huh? It's the same onboarding, and so on click will be called when I click on this button, and it will be becoming false. So when I click on continue, the value will become false and greeting will be opening. So as you can see, greeting is opening here. So so that was today's session. We have built two screens, and I showed you how two screen can be connected. If you have followed till along here, you are able to build two screens UI, and you have connected them successfully. So if anyone have doubt, you can just ask me.
Okay, Jonas. So thank you so much for today's session, and thank you everyone for joining the today's session. So tomorrow will be the last session, and tomorrow you will be learning how to like make a complete app with the cards. And Jonas, you want to say something?
Yeah, yeah, I will just show them what tomorrow we are going to build. Tomorrow we are
Okay.
going to make a app with a theme. The theme, as you can see here, this app doesn't have like cool theme and everything, so we'll add a little bit of theming, and afterwards there is an icon. As you can see, we are adding just phrases and dummy text, so if user can interact with them, and it will just with a cool animation, as you can see, it will just close off. So tomorrow we are going to build this app. That's it for today, and I hope everyone got today sessions. uh, the code, I hope everyone understood. I will just update it on my GitHub and I will share with you guys. And thanks for joining. Over to you, Avinash.
So anyone have any doubt, then you can ask in the group, and Jonas and I will be helping you. So that's all for today, and I hope we'll see you tomorrow soon.
Yeah, guys.
Nice
Thank
meeting
you.
you all. Thank you. Bye. We are closing this session.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.